Yeah, g'day. Tonight I'm talking about my airsoft weapons that I use for skirmishing. I'll start with one of my pistols, which is a KJ Works System 7 gas blowback. It's a CZ75 copy. Very nice. Bought it from the Airsoft Gun Centre up in Auckland, that's ASGC. And very well pleased with it. Feels nice, has a definite heft to it, feels like you've got something good and positive in your hands. You don't feel like you're playing with a toy. The only thing that I've found wrong with it is that the magazine release catch is extremely hair trigger and tends to drop the magazine out at the slightest provocation. Like if this thing shifts around in the holster, and I've only got the Cordura holster to carry it in, if the weight of it shifts against the side of the holster, it's enough to drop the magazine out. It's happened twice to me in game, and I've drawn the pistol afterwards and went to fire and discovered that there's no magazine attached, and then had to spend a fair bit of time running around the field looking for my lost magazine. Found it obviously, but it was rather disconcerting at the time. So the solution that we came up with in game is to put a bit of electrician's tape across the back of the magazine here and another piece around the hand grip just to secure it, and no more problems. Can't change mags in game, but considering this has got a 26 round capacity, which is over twice the 12 round capacity of the real steel, it's like you've got a spare magazine in there all the time anyway. My primary rifle is this. It's a Cyma electric AK-47, the CM 0.028. It's a very nice but affordable semi-automatic electric gun. I purchased it from eHobby Asia. They sell them in the automatic configuration, but they have a conversion service to convert them to semi-automatic to comply with New Zealand law, since we're not allowed full automatics here. They kindly do that for free, so that's a very good deal. I mean, if you wanted to get a SIG converted to an AEG converted to semi-automatic, you'd have to pay about 30 US. But because it's a legal requirement for New Zealand, they do that for their Kiwi customers for free. So I'm most pleased with that. Also extremely pleased with the swiftness of their service. I ordered this thing and it was here through customs in a little over a week, which was not bad at all considering it's coming from Hong Kong. The magazine that came with it is about 300 to 600, I'm not quite sure how many round magazine with the winder on it. This means you have to keep winding the magazine to feed the rounds up into the gun, and also it means that when it's full of BBs it rattles quite noisily. So a solution to that was to purchase a couple of 150 round standard magazines, which I then coupled together with some spare chunks of rubber that I had floating around and some rubber bands. The rubber's there just as a spacer to keep the magazines at a reasonable distance apart. The standard magazines don't rattle, they have to be fed with a speed loader, but the quietness, and that's 300 rounds of 6mm BBs ready to go. The coupling, there are some who couple the things together in such a way that when you take the magazine out, you have to rotate the other one around upside down. That's a rather cumbersome way of doing it. So I've just got the two feed ends at the same end and offset slightly so that one's in there. You want to change the magazine, quickly disengage, across and in. No having to twist your hand upside down or turn it round and stick it in. Just down, across, up. Done. Much faster. I've got it offset height wise so that the top of the magazine won't foul the safety. And basically it's all ready to rock and roll. Well, not rock and roll anymore, it's only semi-automatic. My other pistol that I like to use is a Maruzen P99. Unfortunately it's in bits at the moment. I bought it second hand off an online auction at a pretty good price, and it developed a bit of a fault with the cycling. Basically you'd fire it and the gas would not cycle the slide all the way back. So after trying to find out what was wrong with it myself, I bit the bullet and sent it up to Auckland to the armoury, and they looked at it and they located that the fault was in a small spring inside the works of it, which is supposed to return the gas cylinder back to the home position. So we now know what's wrong with it, but because they can't source Maruzen parts, I'm now left looking for a suitable replacement for that spring, which I will do at some stage, and then I'll be able to bring my P99 back into play. So there you go, that's my airsoft weapons that I use for skirmishing. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and have a good night everyone.